Alrighty guys, welcome back to another weapon guide video for Hunt Showdown. Now, in this video, we will be checking out the Winfield M1873C repeating rifle, so get comfortable as this could be a long one as we take a look at all the weapon variants and ammo types. But before that, I did just want to say, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, as a lot of work really does go into making these videos and your support would be greatly appreciated. But enough waffling, let's jump on into the video. So, where to start, guys? The Winfield M1873 is a repeating rifle with an internal magazine capable of firing compact bullets at rapid fire speeds. It's a large slot weapon that will set you back $4,100 in game and is available at rank 1, which is always handy, and has a damage of 110 with a fire rate of 29 rounds per minute. Now that actually can be significantly increased with the use of the levering and iron repeater traits, but we'll get to that later on in the video. It does have an effective range of 150 meters and a muzzle velocity of 400 meters a second. Now keep in mind this rifle does use small or compact ammo, whichever you want to say, meaning the damage drop off starts pretty quickly at 20 meters. So any bullets that impact the target after said 20 meters will not be dealing that 110 damage unless you're using the FMJ rounds or the high velocity rounds. But again, more on that later in the video. Alrighty, so now moving on to the different weapon variants and the ammo types you can unlock with the Winfield M1873C. That's going to be such a tongue twister, I'm not going to lie. Starting off with the different weapon variants. First, in order of unlocking game, we have the following. So we have the Winfield Silencer, the Winfield Marksman, the Winfield Vandal Striker, and lastly the Winfield Vandal Deadeye. So, comparing all these different variants, the Silencer variant drops effective range, muzzle velocity, and bullet penetration power, which is just the usual for a silenced weapon. So nothing out of the ordinary there. The Marksman is basically identical to the default variant, only it comes with a larger scope. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. And finally, all of the Vandal variants have the same stats, which lowers the overall effective range, the muzzle velocity, which is understandable due to its shortened barrels. And also, the Vandals all have unique features. And what I mean by that is the Vandal just shortens the barrel. It's just a shortened barrel version of the default rifle is what I mean. The Striker variant of the Vandal comes with a blade attached, obviously just increasing melee damage. And the Deadeye naturally comes with a medium-sized scope. Now, it is also noting that all the Vandals are a medium slot weapon as well, or a 2 slot out of the 3 slot. So yeah, that comes in handy. Now, onto the different ammo types you can use with the Winfield. We have the following in order of unlocking game: high velocity, incendiary, and lastly FMJ, or full metal jacket. Now, don't worry if you guys have no idea what these rounds do. As always, I will quickly cover each of them right now. Firstly, we have incendiary rounds. So these bullets contain a small phosphorus charge that ignites and sets flammable targets on fire, which is pretty darn effective in my opinion. However, it's not without its flaws. It has no penetration power, lacking the ability to go through metal or wood or any cover for that matter of fact. Not to mention, it does actually give away your position with a visible tracer when being shot, so keep this in mind on a night map as it lights up the sky when being fired. Next up, we have high velocity. So this bullet has a strong powder charge and a lighter projectile tip, which in turn significantly increases muzzle velocity. This round is great for range combat, but does increase your recoil ever so slightly. Now, keep in mind as well that if you do choose to use this round in a silenced weapon, it will become audible or more audible than standard rounds. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose of a silent weapon, if that makes sense. And lastly, we have FMJ rounds or full metal jacket. So these bullets have a hardened casing, which increases the bullet penetration power, allowing it to deal more damage when traveling through objects, and it also retains its damage over longer distances. So for instance, the damage fall off of long ammo starts at 40 meters. However, if you do decide to use the FMJ rounds, that does go up to 60. And after that, the damage fall off begins as usual. And again, it's the same with all rounds. So again, we'll go off compact rounds because that's what the Winfield uses. The fall off starts at 20 meters. If you use FMJ, the damage fall off gets a boost up to 40 meters. Anything after 40 meters, then the bullets don't do its 110 damage per hit. So just keep this in mind. But yeah, so all of this sounds great, but FMJ does reduce your overall muzzle velocity, which honestly doesn't really matter unless you're planning on shooting someone from like hundreds of meters away, so it doesn't really matter for most people. So naturally, this brings us to the pros and cons section for this video. The Winfield M1873C is all around a pretty decent gun for early game in my opinion. It has a large internal magazine, which is always welcome in a game like Hunt Showdowns, and comes super in handy. Not to mention, pair this with the levering trait and you get a fast firing repeating rifle capable of taking down a whole squad of enemies. Now, due to the weapon firing small or compact rounds, it also gets a large amount of bullets at the start of the game and is way easier to find refills for this type of weapon, as compact rounds can be found pretty much everywhere in the bayou. It's honestly one of the most commonly found rounds. Anyway, you guys already know this. The weapon also has pretty much a variant for every occasion, so you're not really limited in that aspect. However, like every weapon we've covered, it's not without its flaws. I feel as though any rifle using compact rounds suffers the same fate because the damage drop off is just ridiculously early, starting at 20 meters, which is very short. So I found myself shooting targets at range several times without them being downed or even killed. Now I know most of you guys will just say, well, you know, hey, just use high velocity rounds or FMJ rounds, which doubles the fall off, but it's still worth noting all the same. And lastly, the only other con I could really say I found when using this gun, it was very ineffective unless I was using the levering, as the rechambering seemed to take forever in gunfights. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, that's how I feel. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Winfield M1873C. Be sure to let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section, as I'm pretty curious, but I do have a feeling most people will take the Centennial variant over this Winfield variant. So yeah, I'm curious. Now, anyway, on to everyone's favorite part of these videos. Let's jump into some gameplay using the Winfield and see what this gun is capable of. Let's go. Can't believe I've run out of ammo so quickly. Me and these repeater rifles just don't mix well. Oh, it's that. Headshot. Why would he do that? If he knew, then I could see his partner. Oh, please tell me we traded. I don't think we traded. He did. Heard him go, ugh. GG's, man. Are they dead? The other one's in here. It's fine. I might be able to just like be able to sit back here. He's not going to be able to pick that one up, and even if he can, I'll just ding him again. Don't know how she survived that, but here we are. Hit that one as well. That's the trio. It's a nice little no scope, I'm not gonna lie. Boom, and you're dead. It's still red. See, I just don't know if this guy got up from Necro or if he got up from a partner because it's still freaking red. And no one's killed a spider. Oh, here's the Infernal Pact. You can't burn him. Is that a Cade? You're powerless against Cades. saw him right at the last second. GG. Yeah, someone's definitely there. They just set off ducks as well. Fuck. He was running. How does he shoot so accurately, even with the Romero? Fucking canes, man. It was worth it just to get revenge on the cane. Oh, so Kane was solo, these two, the duo. There's no way I've got no bullets. Fuck. He got me with the arrow. The only bad thing is he'll get up before I will. No, we fucking traded. That was my last life. GG. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for the weapon guide on the Winfield M1873C. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a comment down below on what you guys think of this gun. And if you haven't already, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button and turn notifications on so you never miss an upload of mine. Don't forget, we are live on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday from 10 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to pop in and say hello. And until next time, guys, happy hunting.